that croak, if the meta is still anything like I knew before, that croak can really get abused by the range of Jumong, especially with Sirius going so deep like that.
Yeah, Revvyy getting in there very early to kick things off as he's going to give DesertHobo the chance to get some poke damage in. Now, Solaflare is going to have to really be a bit more aggressive as Wako now is going to get the chance from the Croak to get some damage in. He will pop his camouflage really early, and this is what they need to do, get onto that Jumong.
Yeah, definitely. Sirius just kind of got a bit isolated there and left his Jumong kind of to die a bit, and he did lose a bit of health as a result. We see him already with some grey health, whereas the other team entirely just full health now.
And so definitely trying to switch up their focus around. Wako's just dancing around, trying to keep himself alive. The two Siriuses are going to battle. There comes the first ultimate coming out from Sirius. And we're going to see the chance, though they are really low right now. They're struggling. Can they get any damage to go onto the Croak? They might have to try and deal with him first now.
Yeah, and that Sirius is still full health, which is going to be a real issue, even if they can get that Croak down. Both of the players now very low. And I think we're going to see Sirius fall, and there it is.
That's the first death as DesertHobo is going to be by himself right now, and he will not be able to survive this one in their favor. So first game there, and it looked like that possibly the advantage of having, I guess, the Croak and the Sirius both diving onto the Jumong was too much to handle.
Yeah, definitely. And potentially some failed coordination there on the side of in it for the Gainz, because you need to be working together, and when one of you is getting targeted by both of the other team without much response from your teammate, you're going to get into trouble. And so I think they'll be coming into the second round trying to fix those errors. Remember, it is first to 5, so there is still time. That is only 1 point.
Yeah, so Waksol will take the first game so far in this first of 5. And it's going to be Wako getting straight onto that Jumong once again. He knows what he needs to do, and he is doing it well. Revvyy trying to keep his team alive, his teammate in DesertHobo, but he's struggling, and Hobo's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can't afford to proc those Sirius counters, but they are doing a much better job this time, focusing down that Sirius, getting him out of it. Both counters coming out from both Sirius, and good job by both teams not proccing them.
Solaflare's really low. He goes down to DesertHobo. That's a really big pick-off for the Gainz, and they should be able to take this 2-1 advantage now. Wako alive, although as the Croak, if he can get some of the ultimate charge up, he could potentially flip it in his favor.
Yeah, it does look like he's going to get his teammates orb, so he is going to have that ultimate. 1v2 though, not the easiest situation to be in. Oh,
what a really good Venom win. The Astral Beam comes out though, and it's not going to be enough. Can he get the kill? He's really low. Nice little turnaround from Revvyy in the end with a bit of help from DesertHobo. Tied up for 1-1. That round will go to in it for the Gainz. And they just looked a little bit better the way they were able to. You saw Revvyy keeping his teammate alive in Hobo.
Yeah, definitely. And you need that extra level of coordination, and they brought it that time. But we have seen that both teams have the potential to do this. They have both showed times where they've just completely focused down an opponent, and it seems like Solaflare is the one to focus down. They did a lot better when trying to focus him down as opposed to Wako's Croak. So for the Gainz have shown there is a weakness in the other team.
And so it's 1-1 now to kick things off here tonight in the Battle Australis. For the Gainz and with the boys from Wako's team. And it's going to be a very good start if they can get more damage onto the Sirius in Solaflare. He's going to get a bit of heals though. And DesertHobo is in a bit of a bad position if he can't get some more separation. Yeah,
a bit more of a back and forth that time. Great job by In It for the Gainz though, just shutting down Waksol's health very quickly. And now the Sirius is looking really low. In fact, both of the players in Waksol looking very low, but the Sirius could fall very quickly.
Yeah, they're really, really low. DesertHobo doing a really good job of keeping away Solaflare from Wako. He's not able to get the heals, and Revvy's doing a really good job containing that 1v1 battle. As they start to group up once again, this could actually be really bad that they're going to be on top of each other, because this is going to give Hobo and Revvyy the damage they need to get, and they're going to be right on top of each other. The Astral Beam will confirm that kill, and a nice little win there for In It for the Gainz. They'll be up 2 points now to 1, and Waksol not looking good.
Yeah, maybe In It for the Gainz just need a bit of chance to warm up. Maybe they've just got home from work. You never know. And it looks like they're fighting much better now. That last fight, it wasn't even so much that they just focused one of the other team down. They kind of just focused both of them down.
Yeah, the way that they were able to, I guess when they split up, Hobo was that 1v1 situation against Solaflare and was doing a really good job of separating himself while still getting the damage, and Wako just couldn't actually take down Revvyy at all. So they've got to, I guess, go back to what they did in that first round where they were able to take down DesertHobo together.
Yeah, definitely. And the key to that is isolating Revvyy. When he jumps in like that, you want to go in, but proccing his counter means he gets to go back to DesertHobo. Petrify is a good opportunity, but that's going to run out way before they can do damage to Jumong.
And they're both going to turn their sights onto Wako, taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to double jump away. That leaves Solaflare by himself if they want to turn onto him. He will, of course, escape as well, but Wako is extremely low. Revvyy doesn't care, though. He is still going to split the target damage because DesertHobo is going to pop his ultimate. It's not going to be able to land, though. Wako survives, putting some damage onto Jumong.
Yeah, great job by Wako being able to jump out of that ultimate. Now, the Petrify does land on Sirius. They're not going to be able to take advantage of it, though. But Solaflare's not far off his own ultimate, and that could really turn the tides.
Yeah, Solaflare has an Astral Beam available if he wants to use it and takes down DesertHobo. That leaves Revvyy by himself. But the boys from Waksol are extremely low. Revvyy should be able to get the job done if he can coordinate himself correctly. But, and there's the one kill already, leaving Wako by himself, who's extremely low. He's going to have to get these health orbs to stay alive. And he's going to also get the ultimate in his favor. He's got the Venomous Wind up his sleeve, pops it. Now the Venom damage is occurring. Can he get the health orbs up top? He's going to need them.
Yeah, great job by Revvyy. Getting that orb, he's almost at his ultimate. The Petrify does land. I'm surprised to see him not go for some orbs in this downtime. And now the fight is out.
He's got the Astral Beam available, and Croak actually just dies out of the arena. So 3 points now to in it for the Gainz. They're up 3-1 in this first of 5. Of course, it's not a best of 5 situation, so they've only got to get 2 more points, and it's a long way back now for Waksol, who in that first round actually started really well.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sure what's started to go wrong. I think it may have just been some mistakes on the side of In It for the Gainz in that first round, but they seem to not be making any now.
And Solaflare's going to go really aggressive onto the Jumong and DesertHobo, trying to, I guess, get some early damage in while he can. But now they're stuck together. The Petrify is going to land onto Wako and Solaflare. And now the damage coming out from Hobo and Revvyy. They just seem to be able to get that, I guess, range damage in their favor. And it always looks like Waksol are grouped up and taking so much damage.
Yeah, and part of that is this Jumong is just outputting so much. And they're not really focusing him down at all. They're kind of just playing quite defensive, and whenever they go in, Revvyy will just be straight onto them.
And so now here comes the Giant Slayer coming out from DesertHobo, trying to finish off Wako, who's not far away from death. Solaflare will be petrified and in that status, and that's going to be the end for the Croak and Wako, leaving Solaflare by himself. There should be a 4-1 advantage now for In It for the Gainz, and after a poor first round, they'd be extremely happy with this performance because they've looked in complete control.
Yeah, and you really have to tip them going forward because they look very strong at the moment. One of the key weaknesses, though, is the Jumong ultimate is constantly being missed. And you want to be landing it because it's a lot of damage. I think it's 30 to 60 damage by itself. And so it's not one you want to be missing. But DesertHobo has missed it a few times, but maybe he's just practicing it. You know, new champion, he might not be quite ready yet.
And they're going to have to pull something out of the hat to make this one work. Solaflare healing back up. Once again, it's Solaflare and Wako who are taking the damage. They're trying to get onto DesertHobo and get some damage onto him as well. But Wako, when he comes in, he's getting a bit of damage, but he's taking so much in return.
Yeah, and now this Croak is really in trouble. But the Sirius is healing him back up. And this could potentially be an opening. DesertHobo is looking really low, and we've seen focusing this Jumong is the way to victory for Waksol.
Well, Waksol get a kill in their favor. This is going to be maybe a start of a comeback in their eyes. Revvy's the only one left. Pops the Astral Beam. Both get put from both Siriuses, but it's going to be Revvyy taking a lot of the damage. He is extremely low. Wako should be able to finish him off. He will try and delay the inevitable. And just a reminder for the mount giveaways, they will be given away to active users in the Twitch chat. So if you want a chance at winning a code for one of the demonic mounts, make sure you are active and they will get chosen randomly. It'll be 1 per viewer on the night. We have got 5 to give away, as it is going to be now 2-4. Still in favor of it for the Gainz, but make sure if you want to win that code, you are active in chat.
Waksol looked a lot better that time. It was kind of a repeat of that first round where we saw DesertHobo just focused down so quickly. And if they can do that again, remember we are already at the point where all Battlerites are unlocked. That means that nothing essentially changes except for how these teams play.
And so potentially here, a win here makes it 4-3, gives them a little bit of hope. Revvy's taking a lot of damage from Wako as he's just trying to swing away as DesertHobo was petrified while that happened, but he's back up now, getting a lot of damaging and getting it in fast. As it's going to be a couple of the Sirius dashing away. The stun onto DesertHobo, they're going to turn onto him, take him down early. He is the one dealing a lot of damage as Wako is already almost half health.
Yeah, and you want to focus down that Croak, but he does have the ultimate, and it does land on Revvyy. So Revvyy now in a lot of trouble, but Croak isn't too healthy either.
Yeah, but the good thing is Solaflare is actually almost at full health. As they say that, he gets petrified, and Wako's now by himself really low and gets taken down. Really good combination there from DesertHobo and Revvyy. They want to shut this one out and make this one all but over. The counter coming out from Solaflare, they keeps him alive. Pops the Astral Beam right into the face of DesertHobo, and he could actually potentially take this 2v1. DesertHobo does get a little bit of health from the orb in the middle. The Astral Beam comes out from Revvyy, but it's looking like he could actually pull off this 2v1 situation, dashing around. He's got to make sure he cleans up those orbs and doesn't give it to the enemy team. He is by himself right now, lost here, and they are out of the tournament already. He knows what's on the line as the arena starts to shrink. There is a couple of ultimate orbs sealed to the left of the arena, but he's got to get the damage. There's the Astral Beam now onto DesertHobo, dashing around. Can he survive it? He's got the health advantage now, Solaflare. If he can go and get this orb, no, it goes away. If DesertHobo is still getting a lot of that damage in, pops the Amarital and is going to be able to get away for now. It does get some damage in, interrupted, and he gets pushed back. He's got the orbs available now to heal up on the bottom and top hand side of the arena. Pops the Dragon Slayer. It misses. A good dash from Solaflare, and only DesertHobo with 9 health left. Surely Solaflare can take this one out.
Yeah, but it's so close. And DesertHobo trying to proc the counter. I'm not sure why he was trying to do that.
There it is.
But I have to say, Solaflare consistently, he would use his counter and it would get procced straight away. You cannot afford to proc a Sirius's counter. And in it for the Gainz are continually falling into the mistake. I'm pretty sure almost every one of his counters was procced.
Yeah, and it was really good, I guess, for that 2v1 situation. He didn't panic, and even though the arena was shrinking, he still made use of his ultimate in the Astral Beam very effectively. It's now 4-3, so can Waksol come back and really come back from 4-1 and potentially make this 4-4? They get a nice incapacitate onto Wako. They're coming out from the boys who are in it for the Gainz, as Wako will be able to get away and take a little bit of damage in return. So does Revvyy, who's actually down already to 50 health. He is extremely low, gets put onto the pressure from Wako and Solaflare. They're trying to take him down really early. This could be disastrous for the Gainz. But in saying that, Wako's now extremely low as well at 50 health and now falling.
Yeah, but the Croak ultimate does manage to take down Revvyy, and so now DesertHobo in this 1v2. We've seen 1v2s just get completed, but Solaflare does have his ultimate and no Jumong ultimate available. Surely this is going to be another point for Waksol, and yes, it is 4-4.
And we're going to that final 5th game now to tie it up. Well, actually, the 10th game, or as you would, 9th, best of 5. No, it's a first to 5. They're both on 4-4. And in the end, it seems like now Waksol have kind of figured out what they've got to do and the way that they've got to play. They were really getting steamrolled bar that first round, and now they're back in it.
Yeah, and it seems a little bit like in it for the Games are a little bit shaken by the fact they haven't been able to close this out, and maybe a bit of pressure being put on them.
And so now trying to put that pressure back onto DesertHobo once again, trying to get that comeback, but Solaflare's falling really low already, down 40 health. He has got to be careful, because if he goes down so early, that could be disastrous. And there it is already, as Wako was petrified and stuck. And all of that hard work, all of that potential comeback is now thrown out the door. Wako, he's going to have to pull out a miraculous recovery.
Yeah, and I don't see how that can be too easy, as both Revvyy and DesertHobo are very high on health. He's really going to need some crisp outplays.
And so now, realistically, this one looks all but over. Wako popping the camouflage. We'll get the stun onto Revvyy, but it's all but over. In it for the Gainz. Take out the first to 5 after a very, very long round there. Gaima, in the end, very entertaining though.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of back and forth. Both those teams showing they had the potential to take it out, but in it for the Gainz with the ability to close it out at the end there. Well done to both teams, but especially to In It for the Games, who will be advancing in the bracket.